Hi, I'm Don Dan from SampleLibraryReview.com. Today, we're taking a look at Splice. And Splice is a cloud-based subscription service for downloading samples, one-shots, and loops, sound effects and Foley, plugins and presets. It also offers a free DAW file backup service and a community with other musicians to connect and collaborate. I originally dismissed Splice because I thought it was just a bunch of loops, and you could sign up for a subscription, download the loops you want, and to be honest, most of the time I can't use loops for my clients. My clients need original compositions. So I was a little skeptical when I first heard about it. I read a little bit more, and I was really surprised by everything it had to offer. So in this video here, I'm just going to take you through what I learned using Splice, what the service has to offer. If you're an SLR reader, or if you're watching this video, you could get a free month trial subscription to use the service, download what you want, use it, and own it. And there'll be a special link and promo code. Use those two together. You get a free month to check out Splice for yourself. So let's dig in. I'll tell you everything I learned about the service. So starting with Splice is pretty easy. You'll be sent a welcome email and asked to download the Splice application. Installation is very simple. I'm on a Mac, and software downloads, it's compatible with anything after Mac OS X 10.7 or higher. After a quick download installation of software, I did a quick restart. And then the thing I noticed right away is that Splice installs up here in your header bar for Mac. You have access to jump to some of the settings or look at your projects from there. Navigation primarily takes place through browsing. You're able to look through several different kinds of instrumental samples. I decided the best way to really try the samples and one-shots out here was to actually download a few of them. It immediately downloads it and opens your Splice menu window here. You can jump over and show that sample in the Finder, which is housed inside your Splice sound packs. A quick search for electric guitar loops and acoustic guitar loops. I was really surprised by the variety. And then digging in to look for beats that might complement those loops. This is where the service really excels here, with drum beats of all styles and genres. Now, this next feature here, the BEATMAKer, at first I dismissed it. I thought, oh, I'd never use anything like this, and maybe I won't, but it's really important to cover it because it's an in-browser sequencer. With just a few clicks or pulling up some of the preset or user beats, you can make some pretty cool stuff using any of the million samples here. Also gives you the option to download these. You can actually import this into something like GarageBand or import it as a Torres or a Ableton Live file. I was really pleasantly surprised to see some hits, impacts, and textures from some of my favorite developers like Audio Imperia, and that really elevated what I thought of the content of Splice right away, because I know these are designed by sound designers who work primarily in movie trailers. The next thing I was interested in checking out were sound effects, and this category is under cinematic effects here. Contains quite a range of ambience, Foleys, science fiction kind of stuff, human footsteps. As well as a lot of weapon sound effects. and some 5.1 surround sound samples. This is when I started to really see the potential for this. Every once in a while, I have an opportunity where I'm asked to do a tiny bit of sound design or design a specialty kind of loop or beat made out of sound effects. And I think this will be useful for not only someone like myself, but also extremely useful for those who are media professionals creating everything from video games, apps, those who take creating their YouTube videos very seriously. Now, the next part that I was really interested in for Splice is the plugins. And right away, I was thrilled to see they have an entire selection of free plugins that you can download through Splice, including some of my very favorites. Like if you don't already use this, Voxengo's Span, use the link to download it through Splice. I'll include that below. This is a standard on every single set of my mastering bus, so I can see what kind of a sound wave I'm producing there. There's also quite a few favorites you've probably already downloaded. Some of my other favorite developers have a couple in there as well. So besides just these free plugins here, you're also able to look and kind of use this as a way to discover more sound effects and also get an idea of what people are using in the Splice world. For instance, this Valhalla Room is it's my main go-to reverb, but here it's ranked number 5 in audio effects. It's a great sounding plugin. As far as plugins for sale that you can use, there's quite a variety here of all kinds of ranges. Some of the free plugins with the pro versions you could purchase through here. Everything from synthesizers, compressors, effects, EQ, reverbs, you name it. You'll be able to find quite a good selection here. So this almost acts as a software store in a lot of ways. The one thing that really surprised me that I thought was a great feature is there's a projects tab. And what this allows you to do is synchronize or back up your projects. I use Logic, so you can see I've got a ton of projects in Logic on the drive, and it actually analyzes it. Splice app analyzes your drive for these kinds of DAW projects and will let you upload them. So you kind of have a backup for free on Splice, or you could upload them and then download them at a later time or at a different destination on a different computer. The other advantages I saw with Splice here is the charts. Now this is really great because you're able to take a look and see what plugins are top downloaded plugins, get an idea, maybe finding or discovering something new, as well as who their top manufacturers are. Those are the developers of the products. Splice also offers this kind of community where you're able to interact with other Splice users, collaborate, to do remixing and whatnot. Now, there's 4 different subscription tiers ranging from only $7.99 for 100 sample credits all the way up to $29.99 for 1,000 sample credits per month. It's important to note here that with the licensing, you download and now you are able to use these samples that you own even after your subscription is up. I found Splice very easy to navigate, very simple to get the one-shots or loops that you're looking for and download them. There's just over 1 million samples, one-shots, presets, and plugins for you to audition and download. Overall, I was really pleased with everything Splice has to offer here. Don't take my word for it. You can give it a try for 1 month free trial. Just check the link and promo code in the description below. Love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to head over to samplelibraryreview.com for the latest news, reviews, and deals.